Now that you have a user ID and password, to get into the system, you again go back into the World ICU website, UTRAC, UTRAC Access, UTRAC Access, log in, and this time click on Login, and you're going to type in your user ID and your password. Proceed. Most computers will ask you if you want to store the password. If this is your computer, you might want to do that. If it's not your computer, you definitely want to say not for this particular site. We are now into the UTRAC system. We're going to enter. Here is the user manual for the entire system. I'm going to actually go through this in this particular video. But to begin with, what we're going to do is we're going to go into My Portfolio and then My Record. Under My Record, we have contact information. And contact information, I'm clicking a bunch of stuff here that I shouldn't be. I've got the same information that I registered with. If I'd like, I can change my address, I can do different things, I can change my email. The only thing that I cannot change is my user ID. I can change my password. Once I've done it, I would click on Save Changes and it will have saved the information. I then have Education. And Education will give me this particular screen. If I click on Add Education, I can choose from high school, post-secondary, or career development. And then I would put in how many hours there were in the program if I know what it is. So I could say it was a 4-year program or a 3-year program, or it was a 48-hour program. The specialization, all right, so I've got here that I've got a bachelor's in science, I've got a diploma in leadership, again, whatever it is that I got. Where I got the certification from, the city, the country, and the year that it was completed. So I can add as many of these that I want, save the changes, and then you can go back and add another one, and another one, and another one, as many as you require. Now, if we go into employment, the same type of thing happens. Add employment, and here we would say the company that you work for, the city that you were employed in, or the head office of the company, the province or state, the country, your job title. So what were you? I was a laborer, or I was a technician, or I was a technologist, I was an accountant, I was whatever the case might be. The name of your supervisor in that particular position, and then the date of employment that you worked. So when did you start there, and when did you finish there? Responsibilities, you can put those in terms of here's what you had to do in that particular program. And again, you can put in as many as you want. If you leave this part blank here, the to part, then that says that is your current employer. So if there's a from and a to, then these are historical things that you have worked for. If there's just a from, then that is your current employer. Again, if we go back to My Record, designations. So this is an important thing for many positions. Designations would be things such as I'm a journeyman mechanic or electrician, I'm a professional engineer, I'm a registered nurse, I'm a professional geologist, I'm a professional registered teacher. Not every profession has these. But if you have these particular designations from professional organizations, you can input the data into here. Again, if we go back into My Record, accomplishments, and accomplishments are things that you are proud of. So I canvassed for the Cancer Society. I was a youth leader. I worked on a very difficult project. Whatever it is that you're proud of, you're welcome to put into this part of the program. Again, save changes, and you can keep on going with as many of these as you'd like. As you can see, we're building your portfolio, we're building your resume that would then be available anytime that you needed it. My record again, time sensitive. Time sensitive are things such as first aid, driver's licenses, immunizations, safety tickets like first aid. All right, so you click on the tab, pick the one that applies. So I'm going to go class 5 driver's license. And now all you need to do is put down the date that you obtained the certification, the date that you got your ticket, because what the system will do now is it will remind you 2 months prior to expiry that your driver's license is going to expire. 1 month before expiry, it's going to tell you that in 1 month you expire. Upon expiry, you and your supervisor, if you're coming in as part of a company, will be notified that this has expired. Again, save the changes. If we go into My Record again, and this time we're going to go requirements. Requirements are workers' compensation types of things that show your health, your characteristics in terms of the types of things that you can do. So for example, the first one, am I able to lift or carry a maximum of 20 pounds and a minimum of 10 pounds or 7 kilograms? I'm going to say, yes, I can do this with no pain. If I keep on going through these, I've got things such as, am I able to climb or balance and work at a height of more than 15 feet? Well, I'm afraid of heights, so I'm going to say yes, but with some discomfort. Again, this will help us identify the kinds of jobs that you are best suited for, and within a particular job, maybe you've got an injury, and maybe there are certain things that you can't do at the moment until you recover from that particular injury. That's all I'm going to talk about in terms of My Record. Again, if you'd like to change your password, you can do so here. And once you've populated this, you can now create a resume of your information.